So we're up for a very, very early start because we're birding today. We're going to go to Trail 1, which is a route we've done many a time. We're going to go to points 1 and 2 and do point counts. We have seen many birds at these areas because we find these are the hot spots where most of the birds are found, so there's obviously fruiting trees around. We're also going to go to the mangroves to see the kingfishers because we found 3 species of kingfisher there already, and also you can see them very up close, so we're hopefully going to get some really good footage of them today. So we've just seen a small woodpecker up in the tree there. This is quite a good tree because we've seen 2 other species of woodpecker there so far. He was quite small, we didn't see any red on the back of his head, and he has black striated pattern down his back. So we're just using the bird guide to try and identify which species it was. We've also Hannah's taken some pictures on a camera that's got a 400mm lens, so hopefully we can resort back to that back at camp and really find the right species. So we've just come out of the more forested area and now we are on the beachfront at the mangroves looking for kingfishers. We've already seen 3 species here. We've seen the common, the collared, and also the stalk-billed kingfisher, which is a lot larger than the other 2. The mangroves here are not very big, but there's lots of many low-lying branches for them to perch on and plenty of fish in the water. So we're going to go and walk along and do more of an opportunistic survey. So we can't really do point counts necessarily for kingfishers because they're in specific areas. So this is definitely more opportunistic walk, and hopefully we'll see some more species today.
Here we have,
what have you got there?
Dry noodles, complimentary of Edward Ivan Cook. Bit crunchy. Not exactly the nicest.
Alright,
Those are definitely much nicer.
How was birding this morning, chaps?
Good.
So,
A woodpecker, some hill miners.
Hill miners aren't, but the birds, yeah? Or the people?
Hill miners.
Okay, just
Go
checking.
mine some hills.
with a wine, not an eye.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Heard a pigeon. I think we heard a ground bird, didn't we? The one that I thought at first was a woodpecker.
Yeah, some kind of guinea fowl or
It was actually really nice.
cow or something.
So we are taking a break, surveying. We're having well, that's a Sprite. No branding, please, but I don't know, we can blur that out. Laura's having a generic brand of cola.
I'm having a
Generic brand of cola. And Ben is... It's almost as if we're being sponsored by someone. I wonder who it could be. I'll just zoom in on our sponsor. Tam Tai 2 soy sauce.
Don't forget about the gorgeous.
And the gorgeous KK... Oh, gonna stop right there.
Okay, Hannah, do you want to just quickly describe what you're doing?
Yeah, so we've got some mango from the local village, and what we're hoping to do is to attract some of the butterflies on the island. So with our talk that we've had when we were in Phnom Penh, they weren't sure how many butterflies would be on the island or what sorts of butterflies, and we've seen quite a few of them in the past couple of days. So we bought the mango, we're putting it out as kind of like a sweet trap. Hopefully they're going to come and kind of land and eat from it, and then we can kind of take photos, and it will be easier for us to then identify any butterflies that are on the island. And this is particularly
It's got a nice
past few
mixture
days,
of.
you can see butterflies all over this area. Obviously, they've got flowers and stuff, so hopefully they'll be attracted to the mangoes. But we shall see. I mean, the mango's it's not quite ripe, but it smells quite sweet. So hopefully that'll be enough to attract them. But time will tell. We'll see.
Here's the team hard at work. Just had a morning of some surveys, and now we're working.
Insects. Who'd have thought they'd be really difficult?
Wise words there.
I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. Apparently not.
You thought that's only going to be about 2 insects, weren't you?
Well, I mean, this is my favourite insect. Just wanna
The
throw
bone
out
beetle.
there. Bone beetle. Don't think we're going to find them here, unfortunately.
So we've come exploring with I've taken all the Cambodian students out, and we are going along some of the paths, mapping them out, and also doing a bit of exploring. So we're going down towards the coast, and we've stumbled across some mangroves, which is great news. As you can see here. No paths around this bit, so it's quite good fun. Say hi. Hey. That's me. So yeah, things looking good.
Some of the ones right at the bottom. Do you want me to take a picture of it?
So after our talk with Berry at the FFI, he told us that there could be pitcher plants on the island. So I've been keeping an eye out, and we went for a walk, one of our walks with the guide. We were walking across this bridge, and I spotted these guys out the corner of my eye. I'm fairly sure, and don't quote me on the pronunciation, that they're the Nepenthes mirabilis. So it's quite cool that we found pitcher plants on the island. They're pretty endangered all around the world, so it's quite cool that we found them here. There's another location that we're going to go to in a minute. I'm just taking down the exact latitudes and longitudes for them, so that when future expeditions come here, they can check up on them, because the pitchers that I'm going to go see later aren't doing so good. These are pretty healthy, they all look alive, and there's quite a few of them. The other one, which I'll show you later, is there's only one healthy one in amongst the whole bush of them. So I'm hoping that if I show pictures to experts when we get back, they might be able to diagnose essentially what's wrong with them. I don't suppose anyone has a pen on them. So this is the second spot where I found the pitcher plants. These guys aren't so healthy. If you have a look, for example, that's pretty much, well, that's dead now. And the majority of them are like that, so you can see this one here. This one still has fluid in the bottom, but it's dying from the top. and there's loads here that are dying. I don't know why they would be dying. It might be, I mean, we've talked about it, it might be that it was just an opportunistic growth, so conditions were right, they grew for a couple of years, there are lots of pictures, but then conditions got bad, so started dying off. There is one good plant in here. I don't know if you can see it, I'll bring that down. But that looks healthy to me, but I'm not an expert on them. But there are a lot that are dying from the top down, and there are a lot that are completely dead. So it's going to be quite interesting to give this information to anyone at FFI or anyone that's interested. And so maybe they could come over and look at why this might be happening, look if it's a result of anthropogenic influences or if it's just a natural kind of like cycle that they grow up like this, but then they will die after a couple of years. I've got a couple of papers that I'm going to be reading, so hopefully I'll learn some stuff in the next few days. But yeah, it's all quite interesting, and it's quite cool that we've actually found them here, because no one was really entirely sure if we would find them. So yeah, I'm planning on every trek that we do now, especially around the coastal regions and the wetter areas, because that's where they seem to be. I'm going to keep an eye out for these guys and keep looking for orchids as well when we're deeper in the jungle, because we found a couple of orchids as well, which is quite cool.
Okay, so it's night time here, and we've come out looking for a few amphibians. It's raining a little bit, which is great because it means that it encourages them all to come out. And it's quite a lot of calls from this little area. We're literally right by the base camp right now, so it's very convenient for us. And come out, had a little look, and we've already got quite a few frogs just hopping about here. So if we have a look down here, we've got a little bush frog, little tiny little guy just in here. He's quite interesting. I don't think we've seen one of this kind of species before, so I'll be documenting him very closely. I'll give you some better light there. So yeah, he looks pretty interesting. We'll get him nicely documented and written up. And then if we come back here, got a couple more, slightly different species by the looks of things. This little fella, another one just here. So they're queuing up. Took a little while to find them, but coming out in their droves now, so it could be quite a good night for frogs at this rate. That's going to be good.
As we see here, Hannah Hudson is a elusive creature, consistently checking her GPS coordinates and looking a bit of a prat. She's moving towards us now.
Hi, my name's Hannah Hudson. I'm the botanist on the team and the logistics officer. Nice to meet you.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
You're coming very close, Master Bates. Oh, I can see the lens moving.
UV torch. You never know when you need to check the bed.
It's so funny how it starts.
Repeat. Can you repeat that sentence?
I'm all over wet now.
I've still got this.
Tentacle.
Got 2 inches of my shirt.
If you feel like happiness is.
We're on our second guided trek, going down the west coast of the island. I've tripped over by plants, that happens a lot.
You might want to open it.
Alright, well it doesn't matter, we just need audio.
Mark waypoint 002
Okay.
is beginning of channel.
Good stuff, guys.
That's what the benefit of having volunteers.
And Riona, who laughs at upside down beetles.
Upside down beetles are cute. Oh, I can put it in my ant.
You don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
Oh, straight on the outtakes.
Hello, good evening. We watched you had a great time. There is no more alcoholic wine left.
Clap along if you feel.
Oh hey,
Didn't see you there.
I didn't see you there.
Bring me down. Can't none bring me down.
Get you crying out.
So you never ask.
Bring me down. Can't none bring me down. Love is too bring me down.
You didn't even show a flag label.
Bring me down.
Taking some photos. I'm like a tourist in a jungle.
Ed, I think we went the wrong way again.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel. Clap along if you feel.
You realise that Ed's dog watch is going to get picked up by the BBC while your documentary isn't, Harrison?
Or some would say it would be a documentary. Boom, I'm on.
Oh, that hurt.
Clary pigeon.
No, that's a bit too inappropriate.
Clary pigeon.
What does that mean?
A voluptuous bottom. That was my word of the day today, by the way. Man watch with Edward I. McCook. We're talking about shaving.
That title sounds a bit gay.
You feel like happiness is the truth.
So a well-toned bottom or like
Well,
a big
I don't know what does shapely mean? You know, is it well toned? Is it
I
like
think
does it
we've
got
gone too deep. We've
curvature?
gone-
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
I have a lot of time for female bottoms.
Okay, well you have a think on this and
I'll report back on bottom watch later.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Cut that.